we're live.
It's the Adele King and Dr. King-Meakim show.
Hello.
In our own minds. But anyway, hi everybody. I don't know if you saw what we're going to talk about a little bit today.
Not being a weirdo. I mean, being a weirdo.
Well, in part, actually, not being a weirdo is going to be a giant part of it, okay?
Not making things complicated.
Have you ever made your life more complicated than it need to be? To
Why'd
maybe,
you have
I don't
to
know,
go
like
make things
prove a
so
point about something?
complicated?
How do you make that go away? Okay. Okay. So anyway, hi Marguerite Vandersloot. You might notice that we're doing a Facebook Live. We have a book club right now. Okay, so what we're talking about today is about how easy are you willing to have your life be? I was noticing this week how many people made life incredibly complicated. I mean, including me. And I was noticing all the little places that you can look at in your life where you're making it more complicated than it needs to be. Life is complicated enough sometimes. I don't think we actually need to make it complicated. Adele King, where do you make your life complicated?
I think life is really simple, and people do a lot of making it complicated.
Well, you would never do that, would you?
No.
Okay, so
I like to make things easy. People tell me I do that for them.
you do that for you. Do you like to do it for yourself?
Sometimes.
So I think the point is, hi Neil. Oh my God, Neil. Hi, buddy. So it's about how to make your life simpler. Okay. So I used to make things complicated like money and business, and I used to have, I'm going to put in quote, problems with my body. And it's not like sometimes it still isn't asking me for something, or I don't need to change something or nurture it in some amazing, beautiful way. But what I do want to do is have life be so easy, easier than I ever even actually imagined that it could be. So how many full-time jobs is it to make life more complicated than it actually is?
Well,
I always hear 27 in my head. So
I mean, it's easy to make things complicated, and it's easy to make things easy. It's just a choice.
So making things easy is just a choice, Adele King? Say more about that.
Yeah. Well, it's like that moment when somebody puts the bait out, and you can either take it and get hooked into the trauma and drama and make things complicated, or you can go, yeah, okay, that's an interesting choice. I'm going to go over here where it's easy. And go,
Well, it's funny, if sometimes you can be trying to listen to everybody else about how to live your life or how to run your business or how to do anything, and what if you actually knew it was true for you all the time? And what if what it was true for you, like for a while what was true for me was I had to live in drama and trauma and meaning and significance and be stressed out all the time. And I talked before about how the fact that I thought if I was stressed out in my business, it meant I was like, I don't know, cared, or I was like working hard or something like that. And there's a version of that I was doing in my life. If I was just stressed out enough, I don't know, it validated some point of view about how the world and life and this reality has to be.
well, and that's not wrong. I mean, that's how most people function. Like, if you care, you're like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? What can I do for you? Like, buying into their trauma and drama as opposed to like, oh wow, that's brilliant. Like, what's right about this situation that you've created, that, you know, you've missed your flight, or you got fired from your job, or people go right into how complicated it is and how...
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yay, baby.
One time I got stranded on a plane flight, and I remember being all dramatic and traumatic about it, and I got stranded on a plane flight when I was in chiropractic college in, geez, where my friends live? Wisconsin? Medicine? Wherever they live, wherever Jess and Koya lived, I got stranded, and I went, wait, I like know somebody here, and I called them up. Koya came and picked me up, took me to visit him and his wife, who are like some of the most fun people ever, made me margaritas, which is my favorite cocktail. I slept in a magical little guest room, and then he drove me back to the airport the next day. So what could have been complete drama and trauma ended up being like a really beautiful connection with a friend that I haven't actually seen them since. So what's right about this is one of my favorite questions in Access Consciousness, which we're both facilitators of. And so it's like when anything happens, I had black mold in my house the last few years. I got sicker and sicker and sicker, and I was like put on all this weight, and I was stressed out and exhausted, and nosebleeds and sinus infections and periodontal problems.
Just look at the beautiful dream bathroom you have now.
Yes. Well, it's a beautiful way to get part of my dream bathroom created. But I looked at it and I kept going like, what's right about this? What's right about this? And I got to tell you, my body was telling me, get the heck out of that house. I wanted to use a different word, not heck. And what my body was saying, I'm not okay, get out of this house. I was too tired from the black mold to get out of the house at the time. But I did figure it out, and I did have it removed, and it's been a year now, and I don't know, life is better than it ever actually has been, because I have a gratitude for everything now that I didn't actually have before. And I had to ask people for help, which I hate. If you know me, I'm really like strong. I was like, I hated it.
Well, and if you look at your life, like, it's the choices that you make that create your life.
Choice!
Your choices.
The best.
So if you create everything in your life, and it's your choice, then you get to choose whether it's complicated or ease, whether it makes you happy or miserable. And some people love being miserable, and some people actually enjoy being joyful. And some people want it to be complicated because then they can prove how great they are, how powerful they are, how valuable they are, whatever it is. They're showing what they can overcome by making it complicated so that they can then show how they got through it all. But what if you didn't have to prove your value or prove that what you're capable of? What if you could just
What if you didn't have to prove anything?
What if you could just know it and then choose to have ease with whatever shows up and know that you can handle any situation and have it be easy?
I look at life and I notice now, because the more I got the kind of big junk out of my life, and I know some people on here that have gotten a lot of big junk out of their life that was in the way of them actually being themselves and loving themselves. And if you look at like whatever you're not making easy and you just actually begin, hi Kate, oh my God, it's all these people from Philadelphia. Hi Kate Lane. I never called you that, but like, anyway, so, but anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Hi. So, everything.
People move big chunks of stuff.
People that have moved big chunks of stuff out of the way. When you start looking at your, sorry, Marguerite, if you could see, we're on live. So if you start looking at your life and you just kind of notice, wow, I'm making that complicated. Or like, wow, I'm getting upset at something over here and I just don't have to. Oh, sorry. Like, we should have told everybody we're doing a live. But I got distracted. I apologize.
Maybe it's time to wrap it up.
Maybe it is time to wrap it up.
If you'd like to find out more, we have a couple of classes on Saturday. Create More Time, More Money, More Joy. And the Easy Ask, where you get to ask and have things that you desire show up with ease and joy. So if those are things that interest you and you'd like to know more about having things be ease and not complicated, you are invited. On Saturday, you can join us online from anywhere in the world.
Yes.
And we'll post a link below.
Yes. She'll post a link below because she's super quick at that. One thing I wanted to say too is we're having our Happy Empaths Taster next Thursday night between 6:30 and 9:30 California time, because I live in San Francisco with Miss Adele King, or we both live here. And it's about actually if you want to be a happy empath. If you know you're someone that's really aware of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of everyone around you, and for a long time it seemed a little overwhelming because you misidentified and misapplied all of them as yours. This is a class with amazing, basic, simple tools, and it's like a cheaper one. If you don't want to dive in with a big one on this Saturday, which is not that expensive, but well, my thoughts are for a class that's $225, the Easy Ask. I know you're going to make a lot more money.
I'm like, yes,
and have a lot more fun if you're willing to actually have your life become easier right now, because you no longer have to prove anything about making it hard.
I'm like, from someone who spent 10 years in therapy and didn't get much change and spent lots of money on doing that. If you actually are interested in change, the money is nothing compared to the change that you get and the possibilities.
The money is actually almost nothing to me. So, but yeah. So Happy Empaths and Easy Ask and Create. If you want to create more in your life or your business, the Create class is spectacular. It's based on the class from Simone Milasis's. I always say her name wrong. Melissa's. And I do a terrible Australian accent, but she's brilliant about how to create your life and your business, create more time and more money. Tara Blanchfield!
Oh my
Hello, laddie! He always says, that's Scottish, Dr. Meakim, not Irish. So, anyway, but we have to scoot. We have a little book club tonight. We just wanted to say hey and talk a little bit about, hey, how easy are you willing to have your life be? Because what if it could be so much more fun? And by the way, the easier you let it be for yourself, I suspect the more you can contribute to every single person around you. Because what if you can invite them to ease? Hi, Sarah Love.
Hi.
What if you can invite them to way more ease in their life? And what if with each one of us that chooses to have a life that's more ease and joy and play and fun, we infect it on every single person in the planet?
And invite other people to know that that's a possibility and a choice for them.
Mm-hmm.
So we are inviting you, and we hope to see you on Saturday or next Thursday or at one of our classes in the future.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, sir. And the brilliant Adele King, we'll put the link below for that, okay? And goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Philly people.
Thanks for joining us live.